Hey, welcome back to the Your Financial EKG YouTube page. My name is Drew Blackston. I'm a certified retirement counselor, investment advisor representative, and I am your virtual financial advisor, helping you get to retirement, helping you get through retirement, and protecting your ability to stay in retirement. Now, I've got a 48 and a 38-year-old married couple, and they're asking the question, when can we retire? Most of my videos are called Can I Retire? People who are at retirement. But this one is When Can I Retire? And I'm excited about showing this to you today. We're going to go on the board and we're going to dig in to the Retirement Analyzer, the Your Financial EKG. It's a computer program that I do for all of my clients. And we go into detailed information to make sure that with 100% certainty, we are at a place where we feel comfortable retiring. Now, does that mean the plan can't change? Of course the plan changes. Life changes. People move. Spouses pass away. Markets go up and markets go down. But we want to have some certainty that yes, we can retire. And even with the volatility, the ups and downs, we can still retire. So let's get into that today. So let me show you something real quick. We'll do it a little differently today. So I want to show you, let's get out of the ring light here. We've got a Can I Retire center. We got Rob and Jen. Rob's 48, Jen is 38. Their income, $106,000 a year in W-2, $87,500 for Jen. In assets, they've got $160,000 in 401k, $85,000 in TSP. Rob's got $125,000 in his Roth. Jen has $13,000 in her Roth, and they also have a brokerage account they just started they're going to continue to add to. So with this, let's dive into the Can I Retire detailed scenario. All right, so let's look at this Can We Retire scenario for Rob, 48, and Jen, 38. And they're asking the question, when can we retire? And are we on track to retirement? So let's dive right in. All right, this is the Your Financial EKG software. We've got Robert and Jen. Now, their income currently, his gross monthly income is $8,875 a month. Hers is $7,291, and she gets a 3% projected annual salary increase every year. Now, they would like to retire for Rob, January of 2025, he'll be 52, and for her, January of 2033, Jen would be 50. All right. Now, their Social Security benefits. Now, I have encouraged them to push their Social Security back to full retirement age 67. Now, with the way their plan is set up, and Jen, Robert's spouse, being 10 years younger, it might even make more sense for her to delay her Social Security until 70, to start taking spousal benefits when she's 62, delay her Social Security till 70, get a higher benefit just in case Rob passes away first. But for this scenario, we're going to show it at full retirement age. So for Robert, his full retirement benefit would be $2,712. For Jen, it would be $2,722, both at 67. Remember, there's a 10-year age difference. So he's going to start his at 67 and she'll be 57. All right. Now, pensions, Rob did serve in the U.S. military. Robert, thank you so much for your service. So he has a VA retirement and a VA disability retirement. His veterans retirement is $6,883 a month. His disability is $2,288 a month. Both of those projected COLAs are 3% per year. Now, Jen, his wife, works for the federal government, so she at 57 will get a federal pension of $2,250. So these two individuals are very blessed with pension incomes. Most individuals, most families that I work with do not have pensions. So in your scenario, you may not get a pension. You may only get Social Security, which is why it's so important to have a tactical and strategic retirement income plan. So let's move on to the assets. For assets, we've got Rob's 401k is $50,000, and the company's putting $532 a month into his 401k. He's doing the full match. His portion, which is the 401k Roth, which is valued at $55,000, he's putting his contribution of $1,708 into the Roth side of his 401k. The company is putting their match into the traditional. That's pretty normal. The company will match on the traditional side because they get the tax write-off. The individual or the participant will put it on the Roth side. Now, I encourage you, if you have a Roth 401k, a Roth 403b option at work, unless your income is at a certain level where it makes sense for you to put money on the traditional side, then please, please, please talk to your HR department about contributing to your Roth side. All the money going in on the Roth side will be taxed, but when it comes out 10, 20, 30 years, will be tax-free. Okay? Listen, if you have questions about anything, go to my website, yourfinancialekg.com, contact me there, and we can discuss. Now, Rob's got a Roth IRA of $125,000. Jen has a Roth IRA of $13,000. They're putting $500 a month into both of those. Jen also has a TSP worth $85,000, and $2,145 is going into that on a monthly basis. Now, they have a joint brokerage account that's worth $30,000. They're putting $2,000 a month into that brokerage account, which is really smart. If you're maximizing your 401ks and your Roth IRAs and your 403bs and TSP, whatever, if you're maximizing your retirement accounts and you still have money left over, instead of putting it into your savings account, unless you're trying to build your savings, put it into a brokerage account. Put it into a joint account, an individual account in the market, and then invest it just like you're investing your 401k or your Roth IRA. The difference with a brokerage account, you will be taxed on the interest, the dividends, the capital gains on a yearly basis. But hey, it gives compound interest more time to work, and instead of that money sitting in a savings account earning 0, at least it can earn 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9% in the market. Now remember, build your savings account first. You want at least 3 to 6 months of expenses in cash in your savings account, okay? So now we know that they've got $358,000. That's where we're starting right now. 48, 38, $358,000 in retirement assets and retirement savings. Now, rate of return, we're going to assume a portfolio rate of return of 7%. That's Rob's suggestion. That's what he wanted, 7% until retirement. Now I'm going to show you something. When we get to retirement, I'm going to drop the rate of return down to 4%. I'm doing this because I want to drop it down to be conservative. They're looking at being in retirement for maybe 40 years, maybe even 50 years, depending how long Rob lives, and we have to be conservative with our rates of return to make sure our money, our retirement income, our retirement assets are going to last until we're 100, okay? So 7% is our rate of return. Right now, it's 4% when we get to retirement. Right now, they've got 100% of their money at risk. They're young. They need 100% at risk. Now, I don't have how much money they have in the bank. We didn't dive into that. I'm assuming they've got their 3 to 6 months of savings in there. So there's a portion of their portfolio that is safe. But when you're young, you want to have as much money tilted toward the S&P 500 as you can to give you the best growth. Okay, so expenses. We've got $5,000 in monthly expenses. We've got an average inflation rate of 3.2%. Let me show you that. The 107-year average for inflation is 3.2%. Now, if you notice the last 10 years, it's been 1.7%. It's not going to be like that the next 10 years. So 3.2% is a really good assumption for inflation going forward, all right? Now, we do have some future cash flows that we need to keep an eye on for this plan. Rob's going to continue to do a Roth conversion or a Roth contribution when he retires. He's allowed to do that without earned income as long as Jen is working. They can do a spousal IRA or a spousal Roth. As soon as Jen quits working, then he cannot do the spousal Roth IRA. He can only do conversions. And the difference between a Roth contribution and a Roth conversion, a contribution means you're taking money from work and putting it into a retirement account. A Roth conversion is taking money out of your IRA or 401k that's already been contributed and paying taxes on it and putting that into a tax-free vehicle, okay? Contribution, conversion, two separate things. Now, when they do retire, they're going to continue to put money into their brokerage account, about $1,000 a month. Remember, it was $2,000 before. It's going to drop to $1,000. This is because of their excess income, and you're going to see that here in just a second. So let's look at taxes. Now, for the year, let's go to 2021. So for this year right now, we've got wages of $193,992, qualified contributions of $32,000, pension of $82,596. So they've got gross income of $244,464, standard deduction $25,100. Their taxable income is $219,000, which means they fall into the 24% bracket. Now, keep in mind, not all $219,000 is taxed at 24%. We have a progressive tax system, okay? So just for quick kicks and giggles, the first 0 to 19,900 of their income is taxed at 10%. The next 19,000 to 81,000 taxed at 12, 81 to 172, 22, 172 to 219 is 24, okay? So it's not like a holistic 24% of my income is going to taxes. We have a progressive tax code. Now, the nice thing about this system is, let's look at when they retire. We can go, okay, let's say in 2040, 19 years from now, they're essentially still going to be in a pretty high tax bracket. Now, this is assuming that our tax rates stay the same for the next 19 years. That ain't going to happen. But if it were to happen, we've got taxable Social Security of $27,000, pensions of $1,700, 1099 interest of $19,000. That's coming out of the brokerage account. Remember, we pay taxes on our brokerage account every year. And then we have other income of $18,949. That's taxable withdrawals, RMDs, whatever. So gross income of $238,000, again, falling into the 24% bracket. But let me show you a little thing here. They're in the 24% bracket, but the projected federal tax rate's only 16.32. That's because of deductions and credits, okay? Now, pre-retirement, this is where they are right now, right? 48 and 38, we've got $358,000. They want to grow their money. So with all their contributions and a 7% growth rate, when Rob goes to retire at 52, they'll have $868,054. And you can see that split up between multiple accounts. And then when Jen goes to retire at 50 and Rob at 60, they'll have $1.9 million because of 7% compound interest. And now we're going to move that S&P compound interest to 4%. Now, if you look, gross monthly salary, monthly contributions, cash flows, they're cash positive because, again, these people, Rob served in our U.S. military. He's got great pensions. Jen's going to have a federal pension. They've got really good incomes. And so they're able to reposition extra cash, extra capital into their retirement accounts and continue to grow those accounts. So when we look at retirement, we're at $1.9 million. Remember, we've got pension income. We're not taking Social Security till 67. So you see how it kicks in here at 67 for Rob? And then it doesn't kick in for Jen till here. There's our Social Securities right there, $5,916. So essentially, we start with $1.9 million. Let's say at 85 years old, when Rob's 80, they'll have $9.6 million. And you're going, oh my gosh, how does that happen? Well, we've got great pensions, we've got great Social Securities, we're doing contributions, we're saving, we're investing, we're not spending more than we have. There's not a lot of debt. There is some car debt, things like that, but that's going to be satisfied in the next handful of years. Rob and Jen can retire at 52 and 50 respectively if they so choose. They're doing exactly what I want to see my clients do. That is save, contribute, and invest. All right? Now listen, I hope this video has inspired you. I hope Rob and Jen have inspired you. They're at $358,000 today. $1.9 million when they go to retire because they're doing the right things. Now, I don't want you to say, well, they get great pensions. Listen, I've got clients who have no pensions and they've got $3 million today because they saved, they contributed, and they invested, and you can do the same. My mission here is to help as many folks go from can I retire to yes, I can retire. And if you want my help, just like Rob and Jen did, go to my website, yourfinancialekg.com. There's a free download on there called the Roadmap to Retirement. Click that download, put in your information, and say, yes, I want to talk to Drew, and we will put together a personalized and tactical retirement EKG, a Your Financial EKG for you to get you to retirement, to get you through retirement, and protect your ability to stay in retirement. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, hit the button below to subscribe. Smash the like button if you enjoy this content. Thank you so much for watching. Have a very blessed day. God bless. Bye-bye.